My husband took a paternity test on our daughter and found out he's not the father. Now he absolutely hates me, but I have never and would never cheat on him. I slept with 2 other people, both before we got together. There's no other potential father for our daughter. We were already married and trying for a baby. I never cheated. I never would cheat. I don't know why he took that test. I would never cheat, but it came back negative. Now he thinks he's not her dad. I don't know how to convince him it was a faulty test. I'm scared. These past few months, he's become someone completely different from the man I married. I married him. He's cold and suspicious. He kept demanding to see my phone and wouldn't tell me why. I showed him at first, but eventually told him I wouldn't anymore unless he explained why. He's been distant with our daughter too. He stays in his office for hours on end, and I don't know what he's doing. I did not cheat. He accused me this morning, saying he'd done the test after realizing that our daughter's eyes, which are both brown, wouldn't naturally come from ours of being both blue. He also said he wanted me to get out of the I didn't leave and he locked me out of our bedroom. Now I'm in my daughter's room, which is pretty scary. What should I do? I'd like some specific advice on how to prove I'm innocent and how to make sure this relationship works. I'm determined to keep my family together at all costs. I've just had a conversation with my husband. He's out of his room now and we discussed a few things. I told him again that I would never cheat and started talking about a list I made of tests I want done. He told me he said he didn't want to hear it right now, but we're going to have a longer conversation tomorrow. He also said that he still loves our daughter and won't try to keep me out of the house or our room for now. I asked him to hug me, and he did. I'm scared that I won't be able to convince him. I just want our family to go back to normal. How can I be a good wife and support his needs while proving my innocence? Update: 2 weeks later I got so much attention that it was hard to get to everything, but I ended up making a list of plans and tests I wanted to get done. My husband was understandably distrustful of me for a while, but he apologized for the way he acted, which I didn't need, and said that he wouldn't try to kick me out of our home. He did say, though, that if every test came back and I had cheated, then he was going to go scorched earth. We did a few tests, blood paternity tests for him, me and our daughter, and we had an appointment. I was supposed to see a chimerism specialist, but that got cancelled because, as some of you guessed, my daughter is not biologically mine either. I don't know how this happened, but a police officer came to our house and took our statements. They were suing the hospital where I gave birth. I don't know what happened to my baby, and that is terrifying. I have my husband back, but my whole world has still been turned upside down, and I just wish he'd never taken that stupid test. I've been sleeping in my daughter's. I'm so afraid that they are going to take my daughter away from me. But at the same time, I want to know where my biological daughter is and if she's okay. I pray to God she's okay. My daughter still doesn't know the details and we've been trying to keep this quiet. The last thing we need is a big scandal. I don't want people who know us to look at her differently. She deserves better than that. She's such a good kid. She's not some spectacle to be gawked at. If we can find her birth family, I have no idea what we'll do. I guess the best case scenario would be to get a bigger house and all live together, but I don't know if we can afford that or if they'd go for that or even if we'll be able to locate them or if I'm just crazy. This whole situation is crazy. I don't know anyone else who's been in a situation like this. I mean, are there support groups for parents of kids who got mixed up? I googled and nothing came up. All I'm getting are tabloid articles from trashy magazines that slap the faces. It's hard to believe that innocent kids are reading the same things as celebrity scandals in fiction. How do we tell our daughter? We can't tell her now because she'll tell the kids at school and then it'll be everywhere. But we have to say something. I don't know what I ever did to deserve this. Second update 5 days later. Hello everyone, he recognized the story, of course how could he not? This doesn't happen every day. Then he went on my account page and found quite a few comments about him that were not exactly nice. Now he has asked me for a chance to post a side of the story on this account so that people stop trashing him. Please be nice. I don't know how many of you have been down a self-doubt rabbit hole before, but it's not the most logical place to be. It's even less logical when you have the whole internet telling you that your wife is cheating. She's planning to take the house. She's going to take you for all you're worth. She never really loved you. You always thought she was too good for you. Anyway, you end up seeing everything as a sign of infidelity. Then you get not one, but 2 failed paternity tests on your daughter. When the pandemic happened, I gained weight. I got depressed. I stopped feeling like a person. My wife stayed beautiful. She stayed herself. I was sure that she'd made a mistake. That she'd regret being with me. I started looking at some online groups, especially on Reddit, that were full of guys who'd been cheated on and lost custody and everything. When someone said that his tip-off was that he and his wife both had blue eyes and their son had brown, I felt pretty stupid. I didn't want to jump to conclusions, but when I made a post about my fears, everyone said that she was cheating. People said not to say anything because she'd use it to hide her cheating. I got the test and I think it had come back negative. Then, it did. Custody of my kid. I didn't want to lose my house. I was scared and angry and I wanted the truth. I felt like if she couldn't even be honest. There was no getting past this. I took a few hours to calm down. When she came back with a list of tests to take, I tried to keep my cool. I tried to keep my cool for so long. I know I was wrong about the affair. But so was everyone else in my ear. My kid is genuinely not biologically mine. I didn't immediately consider that. Switched at birth was an option. I don't think getting angry once because I thought my wife cheated and was lying about it makes me a monster. Hi. It's you, your wife, here again. I'd like to thank all the people who followed me, all the YouTubers who made videos and the people on a pre-social media platform from TikTok to Tumblr who have been giving advice. It's great to see so many people supporting me. This helps confirm my decision not to go public with any of this. If this is how much attention we get without our names and faces attached, I'm very grateful to everyone in Hold Novel. I'm also grateful to those who shared my posts, but I'm very glad that attention is not directed at my daughters. I think you all deserve an update, so here goes. We found our biological daughter. She was in foster care. I don't think it will surprise many people that the hospital where she was born wasn't in the best area. She was taken home by a family who ended up under investigation. When it was proven she wasn't their biological child, she was taken by the state. I feel terrible for that family, but at the same time, I'm so grateful to have found her safe and alive. We've started the adoption process. Immediately, and we have some pretty significant resources now. I wouldn't say the settlement money makes up for what we went through exactly, but it's close to 2 million. Our lawyer said we could have gotten more in court, but honestly, the hospital wanted to end this quickly and quietly, and so did we. We've explained to our daughter that her sister is going to be coming to stay with us and that we still love her very much. She seems really excited about the idea. Here's hoping it all works out in the end. We're planning to move away from our town in a few months. We found a great place in a good school district a few states away that has plenty of room for our family to grow. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the other family. My biological daughter doesn't seem to remember much. I don't want to involve them if I don't have to, but I know it's probably wrong not to let them know what happened. I mean, that poor mother must have no idea what occurred. I can only imagine how horrible that would be for now, though. I'm focusing on my daughters and I'm hoping to plan a beautiful life. My husband and I have been through a lot, but we're stronger than ever. We're not interested in breaking up or ending the relationship. He deleted his Reddit account and promised to trust me. It seems more likely that our child was switched at birth than that I cheat on him. I love him so much. We're going to be okay. This will hopefully be the last time I use this account. Thanks to everyone who reached out with help and advice.